Hello guys, welcome back or welcome if you're new. In this video I'm gonna do the mid-year book tag, so I'm gonna yap away about books. All the book besties on my YouTube are doing the mid-year book tag, and I know it's almost the end of June, so it's almost over the middle of the year. But for me it's still the middle of the year. It's the start of summer here in the Netherlands. It's crazy hot at the moment, so if you see me sweat, no you don't. I'm surrounded by books on the floor and behind me. I cannot wait to yap about books with you. I'm very excited. I have some good ones, some juicy ones, and some bad ones in here. So let's get started. The first prompt is the best book I've read so far this year. And that's without a doubt, very easy, The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. She is already one of my favorite writers. Magnolia Parks is here, looking pretty. That's my favorite book series. But this book has been so good. Like, I cannot explain to you how good this book is. I think you should really give it a try. It's a bit different than Magnolia Parks. I wasn't expecting the story to go how it went. It's about a girl and her dad passed away, so she's going back to her family, and that's the first time in a while since she's seen her family again. And the family dynamic is very interesting. I highly recommend it. It's such a good book. I tapped away, I annotated away. There's so many gorgeous quotes. Sam in this book is also very good. I really love the brothers. I love the way the family dynamic is written. It's such a good book. It's the best book I've read so far this year, and I've read 37 books this far. So I highly recommend. If you love Jessa Hastings, why haven't you not read it? If you're not familiar with Jessa Hastings before, for me, she writes poetry, but then in fiction. It's so good. Her sentences, the way she builds sentences is crazy good. I highly recommend this. And yeah, please just read it so we can yap about it. Then there are two more books that are classified as the best reads of this year so far for me. And that's the Letters of Enchantment, the Divine Rivals and the Ruthless Vow series. It's a duology. And these books has surprised me so much because they have been on my TBR card for a long while. I think I bought these a year and a half ago, and I still hadn't read them. I know, I'm more. But they are so good. Like, my girlie started reading Divine Rivals, and she was like, Aline, have you read it already? And I was like, no, it's on my TBR card. It's been there for ages. She's like, please read it as soon as possible. And I listened to her, as I should. And it was amazing. This was like romantic magic in a book. It's crazy. It was so well written. I love the characters straight away, and I'm a very big person that I want to like the characters, because otherwise the story doesn't do it for me. Those characters I connected with straight away. So well written, and it's the story is during the war, and I don't really read books during war, but I found out that I really like it. So when I finished the first book, I straight away went to the second book. Thankfully, it was already on my TBR card. And this book was even better than the first book. This was a 4.25 stars for me, and this was a 4.75 stars. It was so well written. There were a few things that gave me the ick, which meant it wasn't a 5-star for me. But and the covers are gorgeous. Like, oh, I love them. And together on my shelves, look. Very good reads, really like them, would highly recommend. It's fantasy, but in my opinion it's a very different kind of fantasy. It's like a romance with a touch of fantasy instead of the other way around for me. They felt magical. So well written. Please read those. Then the next question is the worst book I've read this year so far. And I don't really like to talk negatively about books because I'm a big book lover. As you can see, I don't want to talk negative about books, but holy shit, this book is horrible. I have given this book so much tries. I started it last year, didn't really like it. I thought I was not in the mood, so I put it back on my TBR card. I picked it up 4 months ago. I'm still halfway through the book. I'm on page 177. It's so slow. I know it's a comfort fantasy, but the Emily Wilds series is maybe not for me. Maybe it's just not for me, and that's okay. I still have the second book on my TBR card, and I haven't finished this one. I want to soft DNF it, and I did for the last few months. Maybe I will pick it up again. because I still want to know what the hype is about, you know. But Emily Wilde is maybe a bit too soft for me. I know it's a cozy fantasy, and I know in cozy fantasy you don't really have like a lot of plot in there, and I get that, but my goodness, this is boring. Like, there's nothing happening. Nothing, for me at least. And maybe again, maybe I read it in the wrong time, wrong mood. Maybe I will like it in the future, but my goodness, it's not for me at the moment. And this is, thankfully, the only book that I would classify as the worst read so far, and I haven't even finished the book. So I'm not sure it classifies, because I think you have to finish a book, but this is my video, so my rules. For me, this is the worst read so far. Hopefully I will finish it and even maybe read the second book, but for now it's a soft DNF, because this is just not it. No thank you, no thank you. The next prompt is new releases I haven't read so far, but still want to. I'm a big book buying ban. My TBR card was filled with 74 unread books, and my friends were like, babe, you cannot buy books anymore. So for the last 2.5 months, I've been reading from my TBR card, which meant I cannot buy books, which means all the new releases I want to read, I haven't read yet, because I cannot buy them yet. So I have quite a long list, but I narrowed it down to two, the two ones I'm most excited for. And the first book is Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. It's the 5th book, or the 6th. The 6th book, as you can see here, in the Boys of Tommen series. And I'm so excited for it. I love the Boys of Tommen series. It's very toxic, it's very dramatic, the characters are very like emotionally built, but that's just my cup of tea. I love those kind of books. So I'm very excited to read that book. It came out in beginning of May, middle of May, and I've been on book buying ban since the middle of April. So I haven't read it yet. I'm very sad about it. I've been thinking about the book a lot. I just haven't read it yet. And it hurts my heart. But I will read it, because I will be done with my book buying ban hopefully quite soon. Because I made a deal with my boyfriend and my friends that I need to read my TBR card down to 40 books. And I'm at 59. So I'm almost there. I will get there. Then I will read that book, because I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read the story. I don't know nothing about it. The only thing is that I know 2 characters. I'm not going to name them, because it's more interesting if you read the rest of the Boys of Tommen series first. I'm just so excited. I cannot wait. And then the second book I'm very, very excited for to read, and it's already out for quite a while, is Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford. It's the 5th book in the Windy City series. The whole Windy City series has been a lovely read for me. All the 4 books that have already been out are amazing. I love them all. They're very high rated books for me. I love sports romance. So I cannot wait to read the 5th one, and I hear a lot of good reviews for it. Again, haven't read them yet. Don't have the books physically. I read the first 4 books on my e-reader, but I'm thinking about buying, when it comes out, the full box set with the 5th book in there as well, because I think it's the last book of the series, and then I can use them as a trophy on my shelves, because I mean, the covers are gorgeous, as you can see. I need them on my shelves. They're all so good. I love the series so much. I really, really, really want them on my shelves. So hopefully I can read it physically. And otherwise, I think I will download it for my summer holiday in August. But I'm so excited to dive back into the world, read my old favorite characters again, and just have a lovely time. I'm so excited. As you can tell, I'm passionate about the books I really want to read, but I cannot read because I'm on a book buying ban. But oh well. Oh well. The next prompt is the books I'm most anticipated to read that release in the second half of the year. Because we're halfway through the year, a lot of books are still coming out, thankfully. And one of the books I'm very excited for is Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. As I already said, she's one of my favorite writers. She's poetry and fiction for me. I really love her style. I love the way she builds characters. I cannot believe she's giving us 2 books in 1 year. I mean, how can we get that lucky? I'm very happy with it, but that means I cannot wait for this book. Again, the cover art of this book is so pretty. I mean, this woman and her best friend who makes her covers, they're just gorgeous. I cannot wait for it to read it, because it sounds like my cup of tea again. A bit of traumatic, toxic relationships. It's my cup of tea. So I'm very excited for that book to read. Other release I'm very excited for is the 5th book in the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. I already read 4 of the books. It's down here on the shelf. They're pretty as hell. The covers are gorgeous. It's like watercolor covers. So excited again. Again, it's such a good romance series. I love small town romance. I love found family. Those are the things that make books good for me. So I'm very excited for the 5th book in the series. Her series so far have been wonderful for me. Her way of writing, her way of character building, the found family, everything is so well written. So I'm very excited for the 5th book. It's called Breathe With Me, I think. Yeah. So the Breathe With Me book, I'm very excited for. Again, the covers are so pretty. Like, I'm not sure who does her cover art, but it looks like watercoloring. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait to put it as a trophy on my shelf again next to the 4 books that are down here. I'm very excited. Next prompt is, what's the surprise book of the year for you? I'm not a big Emily Henry fan. She's just not my cup of tea. The way of her writing style is not really for me. Her books are really hit and miss. I have read 4 books by her. 1 I didn't even finish. 1 I really liked and 2 were mediocre for me. So, Funny Story has been on my TBR card for a very long time. Since it came out. I bought it anyway because I heard so many good reviews and then left it on my TBR card for such a long time. And because I'm on a book buying ban, I need to read stuff from my TBR card. And I was like, okay, let's give this a try. But this surprised me. I really liked it. It was well written. I don't know where that came from. Sorry for all the Emily Henry lovers, but she's just not my kind of writer. But I really liked the way this was written. Like, the characters were fun. The story was so fun. Like, I was not expecting to like this story so much. I flew through it. I had such a wonderful time. I love the cover. It fits Happy Places up there. That was not my fave, but it fits Happy Place very nicely. I just really like this book and I was very surprised by it because I did not see it coming. I was like, this is just a book I will just read quickly so it's off my TBR card and I can move on to the next. But I really enjoyed my time. So yeah, I really like this book and it was a very, very, very big surprise for me. And then my new favorite authors I found out about this year. The first one was Rebecca Ross, because Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows were such good books for me. I loved the way she wrote. It was magical, like her words were magical. And I really, really, really liked her way of writing. I have not read any books by her since, because I'm on a book buying ban, but she is on my highly anticipated reads, like her backlog. I would love to read a few more of her books because if they're as good as these books, I'm in for a treat. The other author that was new for me this year was Kelly Hart from Quicksilver. And I have not talked about this book and I don't know why, because this book was so good. Like, I knew a lot of people were hyped about this book. It's been hyped on TikTok, Instagram, BookTube. It was everywhere. And again, I had it on my TBR, but the thickness of it scared me a little bit. This is a thick fantasy book. It's the first in the series. What do you mean is this thick? I was a little bit scared by it. So that was why it was on my TBR card for quite a long time. But I really liked it. It was well written. I loved Kingfisher. He has my heart. My goodness, what a hot man in the book. I mean, new book boyfriend alert? Maybe. He's not as good as Rice and Xaden. So he's still below there, but you know what I mean. It was a very well written book. I really liked the way she wrote. Like, I was very surprised by how much I liked it. I know it's hyped, but not all the books that are hyped are always my cup of tea. Of course, everyone has a different taste, but I really liked her way of writing. I enjoyed my time. I flew through this book. Like, as thick as it is, I finished it in 4 days, I think, or 5 days. That's quick. This book is like, how many pages? Over 600 pages. I mean, that's quite quick if you ask me. I still want to read more of her books. Hopefully the second one is coming out soon. I'm not aware of it yet. I should look it up. But I had a lovely time and I really liked the way she wrote. So she's on my radar for maybe more books in the future. And then, any new fictional crushes that I got this year so far? Well, I've talked about it a little bit, but Kingfisher from Quicksilver. Kingfisher is a lovely man. I would love to meet him. I would love to spend some time with him. I think I don't need more words. If you've read this book, you know what I mean. This man is amazing. He's harsh sometimes, but he's dreamy as well. I just really, really liked him. He was a lovely character, a lovely new crush I got during reading. Yeah, it's just, his character was well written and I think I really liked the way he developed during the story. And sometimes book boyfriends stay the same a bit, and I really in fantasy. But for me, I really like that the story went on and he progressed as well. So yeah, Kingfisher is one of my new fictional crushes. And then I read my first dark romance this year. Don't come for me, but I liked it. Some parts of it were a bit too much for me, but I read Roof by Paisley Hope. Gabriel Wolf, my oh my. I'm lost for words. That man is hot. I will show it to you. That man is hot. My goodness. She read him very well. I was having a wonderful time reading this book. It was my first dark romance. I'm not sure dark romance is completely my cup of tea because some things are a bit too much for me. So I think I would love a little bit more of a soft dark romance. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know and leave a comment down below, because I would love a little bit more darker than normal romance, but a little bit softer than dark romance. Do you get what I mean? But still, nonetheless, I had a lovely time. He was amazing. The way he was so obsessed with her, the way he turned around, like the way he fell for her so hard is so hot for me. Like male characters who fall first and like obsessed with the female, love it. So that part of this book was wonderful to me. Like, this was a very good book in the end, no matter what. But Gabriel Wolf, my oh my, he was a good one. Gabriel Wolf is a good one. Another prompt that's on the list is books that have made me cry. And I'm a very emotional girly. I can cry about a series when there are like cute little piglets born, or I can cry when a child falls and I am like, oh, poor little kid. Like, I can cry about a lot of things. I'm a very emotional girly. A lot of friends and my boyfriend call me Aline, emotional Aline. Hi, that's me. I cry a lot, but this far I haven't really cried this year from books. From books specifically. I've cried, don't get me wrong, but not from books. I don't know why. It's not that I haven't read sad books, but yeah, I just haven't cried yet. I'm reading Blue Sisters by Coco Mellers right now. I'm not halfway through, I'm like 1/3 of the way through. I really like it so far and could possibly cry with this book because I can feel the intense characters and the way it's about 3 sisters, and I have 2 sisters as well, so I feel connected to the book a lot. There is a possibility I will cry with this book. But this far I have not cried with any of the books I've read. So I'm not sure what that says. Good for me. Can't save my tears for all the other things I want to cry about, I guess. But yeah, no tears yet. Books that have made me happy this year. The Goldworth Ranch series. I hadn't read this book series yet. I went to a meet and greet with Elsie Silver earlier this year. I made a video about it, so go check it out. It's on my channel. It was lovely, and one of the things I needed to buy, like as a ticket, was one of the books. And I bought the whole Goldworth Ranch book set. Look how gorgeous they are. I mean, gorgeous. Elsie Silver just makes me very happy. Her way of writing, her style, the small town romances, the found families, the happy characters, like the happy endings, like it always ends on a happy ending. There's always a 3rd act dramatic part of the book, and that's fine, but it always ends happy. I just love Elsie Silver like that. Like, she's like my comfort author. She gives me a happy feeling in her books. The Goldworth Ranch was one of the series that gave me a lot of happy feelings this year so far. It was fun. It was 4 books and 1 novella. I had a lovely time. Just lovely to read like small town romance. I'm a big small town romance lover. A big small town romance lover with found family. A big small town romance lover with cowboys. Just saying. So yeah, I had a lovely time. Those books make me very happy. I read them very quickly. Like most of these books I read within 2 days. I had a lovely time. Elsie Silver is always very good to me. So yeah, the Goldworth Ranch series was a huge success. The next prompt is the most beautiful books I bought this year. I only bought books till the middle of April, so please keep that in mind. There are a lot of beautiful covers that come out that I haven't had a chance of buying yet. But those are the ones I bought this year that I like very much. And the first one is Condition of Will. This cover art is always so pretty. She does it wonderfully. I think her name is Emily. The best friend of Jessa Hastings. She makes the covers. Like, that's gorgeous. Even the spine, like the color change in the spine. She always makes the most prettiest covers. this is for sure one of those. And then the other one that I have not read yet is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I mean, do you see this? It's like magic, fantasy magic in a cover. It is just magic in a book. I have not read this book yet. I have not heard anything about it as well. Like, I have not heard any reviews. It's not why I bought it. I bought it because of the cover. I just judged this book by its cover because it's so pretty to me and it just sucked me in, and I was like, oh, let me read the back. And then the back was very interesting as well. It's about a girl who has her own spell shop and she has to deal with... No, she's a librarian and she needs to move and do things to make a spell shop. Something like that. I have no idea. I have not really dived into it yet because I haven't read it. But it just sounds like my cup of tea. It's a nice fantasy. There's gonna happen something horrible, as all fantasy books have. But if the book is as magical as the cover, I'm excited. I really am. Then books I need to read at the end of 2025. My TBR card is still filled with 59 books. And there are a few on there that I really hope I can read by the end of 2025. Some are not that high on my priority list, and that's fine. But 2 of those are the next ones. The first one is Lessons in Chemistry. I know, I have not read this book yet. I'm aware. My sister loved this book. All the book girlies love this book. I don't know why I have not read it. It's general fiction, and normally I'm not really tempted to read general fiction. It's not the genre that works best for me. It's not a book I gravitate towards a lot. So that's why it's still my TBR. But I would love to read it by the end of the year. Again, lovely cover. It's about a woman in STEM, in science, in the 1960s. I heard a lot of good things about it. I don't know why I have not read it, but I would love to read this year. Just because. Then a book that's still my TBR card that I would love to read at the end of this year. Crescent City 3. Okay, do you see this? This book is like, let's not see the ending, 830 pages. I heard a lot of bad reviews. That's why it's still my TBR card. I read the first 2 Crescent City books last year, and I finished the second one at the end of last year. I was planning on reading this quite quickly afterwards because otherwise I would forget the world maybe. I just haven't. And the ending of the second book is crazy. I'm not gonna spoil, but my goodness, it's a crazy ending. I don't know why I've not read this yet. It's a thick book. I think that's why I'm not excited for it. And because a lot of the book girlies didn't really like the book, so I'm like, that's why I don't really want to read it. It will be read this year. I would love to read it because otherwise I'm scared that I maybe forget the story too much and then I have to reread the other ones, and then I don't want to. I would just love to read it this year when the story is still kind of fresh in my mind. So yeah, would love to read it, but I just haven't yet, and I'm curious to see when. I'm a fantasy in the autumn and winter and a romance in the spring and summer kind of girl. So I have a lot of fantasies on my TBR card at the moment, but I'm not in a fantasy mood. I'm in a romance mood. So that's gonna be quite interesting when a lot of the books are fantasy on my TBR cards. But we'll see. It will be read this year. I promise you, this will be read. But when? Who knows? And then the last prompt of this video is, what are my 5-star reads of the year so far? And I only have 4. This year I've been trying to rate a little bit more critical. Normally I'm like, oh, I love this book, 5 stars. This year I'm trying to like think a little bit more about it, not give 5 stars so easily. Only give 5 stars when they tick all my boxes. The boxes are that I cannot stop thinking about it. I cannot stop putting the book down. I cannot stop like loving the characters, getting emotional, getting attached to the characters, and just the general 5-star feeling. So I'm a bit more harsh and critical here and there, and that's fine. And that means I only have 4 books that are 5 stars this year so far. And one that's probably very obvious is The Condition of Will. I don't need to yap about this book more because I already did a lot, but this book is gold to me. Love this book. I don't need to say anything more. I yapped about it too much already. But please read this book. The second book, it was a 5-star read for me this year, was a reread, and it was Powerless. I finally read Reckless and Powerful this year. I would love to read Fearless, but again, I'm on a book buying ban and it was not in a paperback before I went on a book buying ban, so I could not buy it because I wanted to fit this same height and same paperback. So cannot wait till I have Fearless on my hands and finish the whole series. I'm very curious. I hear a lot of mixed feelings about the third book in the series, so I will see how I find it, hopefully in a few weeks. And there's even a second novella coming out in September, I saw online, so that's good for us. But I reread Powerless. It was a 5 stars the first time I read it, and it was a 5 stars the second time I read it. This book is gold to me. Poetic. Kai has my heart. If every boy in this world could be like Kai, my goodness, we would be happy as women. My God, love him. He is a wonderful man. She is lovely as well. I just really like this book. It's a 5 star all around. Again, flew through it, finished in 2 days. So well written, and I cannot believe it was the first book that Lauren Roberts ever wrote. Like, that's amazing. A debut novel that's written so well. Like, what do you mean? You're so talented. Out of this world. Lovely book. Again, 5 stars, just like the first time. The third book I gave 5 stars this year was The Favourites by Lane Fargo. Again, my book girlies could not stop yapping about this book. So of course I need to pick it up. A lot of people compare it to Daisy Jones and the Six, but then figure skating. So you don't have to say more. I love this book. It was very well written. Flew through it. I would not compare it to the thing I think people compare to, and why they compare to Daisy Jones and the Six is because it's an interview style. So you read the past and then an interviewer asks the current, like in the present, the characters their questions, and then you move back to the past again. It is a fun way of writing. It's not my favorite kind of writing, but this was so well done that it deserved the 5 stars. I finished it quickly. I loved every second of it. It was intense. Like, there were things happening that I did not see coming, and I love it when there are plot twists that I don't see coming. So definitely a 5 star read. Again, lovely cover. I love it when authors make their covers as pretty as they do. Yeah, love this book. If you have not read it, would recommend. It's a romance, Daisy Jones and the Six kind of vibe. Really liked it. It's about figure skating. I did not know I would like figure skating, but I did. It was lovely. And then the last book I'm gonna yap about, and my last 5 stars this year so far, is without a doubt Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I mean, did you expect anything else? I reread Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. No, that's not true. I only reread Iron Flame, and that was a 5 stars as well. But I ended it last year because this came out in the beginning of January. And this book was so good. I'm saying this. Fourth Wing is a 6 star for me. Iron Flame is a 5 star for me. And this is a 5 star. Like, Fourth Wing is just top tier. It hasn't beaten Fourth Wing. But it was a very, very good book. Annotated a lot. There happened a lot. I cannot wait for the 4th book. You cannot leave us on a cliffhanger like this and not give us the 4th book very soon. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean we have to wait for at least another year? What do you mean? Yeah, so it was a very good book. I don't have to say more. I cannot really say more because it's a 3rd book in a series. If I say too much, I'm going to spoil too much. But it was a lovely book. Very well written. Again, cover is gorgeous. I love it when they make covers shiny. I mean, do you see that? That's gorgeous to me. And I love the little dragons on the side. They add up on my bookshelves, and that's gorgeous to me as well. They're up here. Look. They add up. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Love that idea. Another lovely 5 stars for me. And that's the end of the video. That's my mid-year book tag. I loved yapping to you about my books. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. If you're still here, I appreciate you a lot. It means the world to me that you're still watching. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think it's wonderful. I had a lovely time yapping about books, and hopefully you get maybe some new recommendations or hit some views you haven't heard about before, or have heard about books you have never heard of. So hopefully you're inspired to look through your books or look through your TBR cards and read a little bit more of the books on there, because we all should, I think. Oh well. I had a lovely time. Thank you so much for watching. Please never forget that you're worth it and you're loved, and I would love to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment and leave a like, because that will help me quite a lot. And I will see you next time.